Now let's get more from Benedict Pavio in London. Let's start, Benedict, with those growing reports about these Tory MPs saying that they will leave. This doesn't bode very well for Prime Minister Theresa May, does it?
Well, the Prime Minister's been given a warning. What these Conservative MPs are threatening to do, and I understand they are in their dozens, there could be 30 of them, is actually to, if the Prime Minister doesn't, as she wishes and is trying to do, get a Commons majority for, we think, a renegotiated deal, which she's trying and hoping to bring, we think, next Wednesday to the House of Commons, then what they're actually threatening these Conservative MPs to do is to vote for alternatives. So they may not actually resign from the party, but they may not obey the whip, which means that they could be threatened too. And we understand that there could be one or two former ministers, possibly even some ministers, perhaps not in the cabinet, who would vote for these alternatives. And what they are very concerned about and have given another warning to the Prime Minister about is they want a no-deal scenario taken off the table. If there is no agreement, no majority in the House of Commons, and if this Prime Minister does not ask for a delay, a suspension of Article 50, and the 29th of March, there is no agreement of any of those things, then de facto, the United Kingdom will crash out of the European Union, this club of 28, so it will divorce the 27 other EU member states. And that is concerning to business, to markets, to investors, whether they are domestic or international. Let's remember, we are 35 days away from that important 29th of March date.
And the other story of the day coming out of London is Ian Austin, that Labor MP who quit today, saying, however, he's not going to join the independent group. Why is that the case?
Well, very interesting. This is the 9th Labour MP to quit since only a few days ago. This new independent group was formed on Monday when 7 Labour MPs quit the party, formed a new one. Well, it's actually not a party, it's a movement. And what they have in common is they are rejecting the leadership of Jeremy Corbyn. They don't believe he should be the next Prime Minister, were there to be an election and were he to win it. They are very worried, concerned and some angry at all these accusations of anti-Semitism that are not, they say, being dealt with within the party. And of course, those 7 Labour MPs quitting were joined by an 8th 24 hours later, and now have been joined, as we know, in the last 48 hours by 3 Conservative MPs. What is not clear is in this first pass the parliamentary system how they could become a proper force. But right now they are a bigger party than the Democratic Unionist Party, on which the government relies in order to pass any legislation and have a majority in Parliament, and they are equal to the Liberal Democrats. But interesting that Ian Austin says he's not joining that group. He sees them as Remainers, and he wants a very definite and clear Brexit. So shifting sands and this extraordinary tension before we think this big vote next Wednesday in Parliament.
Indeed, Benedict Pavio reporting there from London. Thank you.